I don't know how this is pronounced. I looked it up and I got like 3 answers. So we're over to the Dow. I think it's just Dow like that. This is a genie, and genies are elementals in D&D. So this is the fire genie. All of the genies are evil, which I found weird. But there we go. That's D&D for you.
You say that like it's going to put me off.
Oh, also, all of the genies are into slaves. That's the other thing.
That's going to put me off.
Oh, no.
I mean, that is written there on the screen.
Yeah, but I was looking at pictures. You can't put words there and expect me to listen.
Outside of the weird slavery thing, what does the Dow have going for it?
They're hot. They also dwell in glittering ore-veined caverns. Sorry, I'm wrong. This is the Earth Elemental. So glittering ore-veined caverns. They delve into it and reshape the rock around them to build these beautiful places. They care nothing for the poverty or misfortune of others. They eat gems and gold dust. They use it like spice, basically.
Do they sprinkle it like Salt Bay or?
It is actual slaves. In fact, these are proud slaves. They are proud of their slaves. They trade for the finest slaves that money can buy, forcing them to work in dangerous subterranean realms that rumble with earthquakes. So what I'm saying is, gem mine, slavery, Elon Musk.
I knew where you were going as soon as you said gem mine.
But the difference is at least the genies seem to be competent.
Yeah, well, it does say it right at the end. Unfortunately for the Dow, their greed makes it relatively easy for mages to cozen them into service.
Only we could do the same.
Gotta make it a pass because it would have been a smash if not for all the slavery.
You'll get that with all the genies. I think there's one of the 4 doesn't take slaves, and that's it.
I think the Djinn technically doesn't, but that's because Djinns themselves are slaves.
It might be the Djinn. I'll double check.
At least in D&D, the Djinn is like the traditional Aladdin type genie that's bound and has to grant wishes, which is actually backwards. It's supposed to be the Djinn is supposed to be the race themselves, and the genie is the sealed one, but it's D&D.
I'm also a pass for the same reason, though. It's the slavery's a big problem. I mean,
yeah,
they look hot, but slavery.
Yeah, even my shallow morals have a limit.
Yeah, this goes beyond problematic fave territory.
It's not just the slaves that gets me, it's the weirdly proud of it that gets me.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That really gets me.
They are proud of it. They consider them like people would show off like a particularly fancy TV. Look at my slaves, they're the finest in the land, that sort of thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I didn't think it could be more no, but it's just layers of no.
Yeah.
Like lasagna.
They're awful. They're really, really evil. Let's go to someone a bit less evil then, shall we? The Death Knight. How are we feeling about the Death Knight? So the Death Knight is an undead.
I feel like this guy wandered off from his chessboard and we need to bring him back.
Yes.
This is what happens to a paladin if you die without having sought atonement for your fall from grace.
You get silly, goofy armor.
This happens to every Oathbreaker paladin who hasn't sought atonement before they died.
Neat.
Become a hateful undead skeletal warrior clad in fearsome plate.
I'm too distracted.
Yeah, it's really like, what is this feather going on up here? It's like, this is some goofy
This
shit.
is not fearsome plate.
They can also move as many spaces they want in any horizontal or vertical direction.
They are a 19th level spellcaster. They're a CR17 creature. They're terrifying. Like, you really want to be careful about them, but they look a bit goofy. What is that helmet?
It's a choice.
Yeah.
I respect it.
Okay, so I'm going to say pass, but on the condition that I need to know what oath they broke. Because sometimes breaking an oath, like a bad oath to a bad god, that's pretty decent. Even if they never found their calling in life once again, I feel like it's fine.
They're like me on January the 8th or so, breaking my oath of redemption. I'm back on the chocolates. The last thing, the I can fix them thing, that's canonical to the stat block. If it atones for a life of wickedness and finds redemption, it can finally escape its undead purgatory and truly die.
Neat.
Otherwise, it's immortal. You cannot kill it.
Okay. I already hit Smash anyway.
I'm going for pass. I'm just not passing my vibe check.
You don't want a project. Yeah.
Yes, I could fix him, but I think whatever's wrong with him is funnier.
Yes, that exactly.
Oh my god. I'm a smash for this. I mean, hello.
I'm not opposed to evil skeletons. Most fictional skeletons are evil and also hot. Look at Skeletor.
It's true.
Yes.
Skeletor can get it. Like any
Skeletor
day.
can absolutely get it.
Oh, yeah.
My rejection is entirely petty, bitch. What is this fashion thing we've got going on here happening?
Oh yeah, no, that's completely valid.
Yeah.
The hat is that's part of the. That's the only bit I would fix is the hat.
Is that a macaroni? Have we got a Yankee Doodle who's gone to town riding on a pony stuck a feather in his hat?
Yes.
Excellent.
That was a reach, dude.
It was a reach. This is the first of many desperate reach arounds. Imagine the head game Skeletor hat.
Oh boy.
Fuck, he has no cheeks.
Okay, but like
horrible blowjobs.
no counter argument. Imagine how it feels when he does his iconic
Yeah.
I suppose that could hit the right frequency, yeah, maybe.
Let's go to a new one, and this one is going to disappoint you, Iris. I'm sorry. It is, in fact, just a guy.
God damn it.
The Deep Gnome, the Svirfneblin. This is going to be, like, the D section has a couple which I will call Gary Gygax's Guide to Racism.
Oh no.
Oh no.
This is the first of a couple of them. Yeah.
Please explain the entrenched gender roles.
This is weird. Yeah, it explicitly mentions it. Like, no other stat block says it, but the title of the segment is Established Gender Roles.
What?
I don't know. Males Svirfneblin are bald while females have stringy grey hair. Traditionally, females run the enclaves while males scour the outskirts in search for enemies and deposits of precious gemstones. So it's a bunch of... I don't know if the phrase Svirfneblin trad wife has ever been said before.
But here it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to pretend this is Baldur's Gate 3 and hit smash.
That's fair, because the Baldur's Gate 3 Deep Gnomes are not anywhere near like this. They're smart, obviously. They have their gnome cunning. So gnomes are pretty good at making gadgets and that sort of thing. They're well known for their clockwork and their fine items. These are also particularly good miners because they live in the Underdark. So in a vast cave system underground.
I'm going to pass because I don't think the gender roles thing would work out so good for me. I think I'd get kicked out of every bedroom.
I think that's fair. I think the only positive thing on their entire block, according to this, is they are friends with the Zorn, and the Zorn are awesome. They're cute, goofy little earth elemental guys with big open mouths, a single eye, and they eat gems.
Adorable.
I'm just going to pretend it's Baldur's Gate 3 because the Deep Gnomes you meet there, quite a few of them are actually pretty swell.
They're swell, but not in the monster manual, let me say that. Actually, you know what the really weird thing about this is? They are neutral good alignment. But like, the writing is no. They also deeply hate the Drow, and we'll get onto them in a second as the second part of Gary Gygax's Guide to Racism.
Yay.
But we don't have them next. We've got something else. Oh, I haven't answered. I'm a smash.
Have some standards, would you?
I mean, it's a hit it and quit it, and it would be a fast quit it because I have a feeling I'd wake up in like some religious compound.
Oh god.
You smash a Deep Gnome, and that's the start of Far Cry 5.
No, you smash a Deep Gnome, you black out when it's all said and done, you wake up, and this guy then says, finally, you're awake.
Oh god.
Go so hard you end up in Skyrim. Jesus.
Has anyone ever come so hard they've woken up in Skyrim and about to be executed
No, I hope not.
for trying to cross the border?
Stop trying to cross the border.
No.
When I'm about to come, I do say Sovngarde awaits.
My brain has gone off on one with the idea of Far Cry 5, but set somewhere in the Underdark.
I think the worst part is that I've been sitting here thinking about Fallout all the time, and I was like, they've done a 5th Fallout?
They've done
Put
6
me in a
Fallout.
river. Put me in a river. It's fine. I don't know things.
Not only do we have Fallout 5, we have a Fallout 5 sequel set in the post-apocalypse after the events of Fallout 5.
But this requires me to fall into the games first, and I've chosen
Not
to.
Fallout. I
Fallout.
was thinking of Far Cry.
See? It's not just me.
Nobody knows where we are anymore. It's great.
Listen,
It's
all
not
games are the
I'm
same.
crying.
Yes, they are.
It's all Smash Bros.
Well, no, it's only a 50-50 smash here. Let's go on to the next one, which I think is going to be a much trickier smash. It is the Demilich. So there are 2 ways to become a Demilich, and it's interesting because one way you do on purpose and the other way just happens to you. And if you do it on purpose, it's good. And if you don't do it on purpose, it's very bad indeed. The Demilich is what happens when a lich is unable to feed mortal souls to its phylactery. That's how you preserve lichdom, is by feeding souls into your phylactery. If you fail to do that, your bones turn to dust until only your skull remains. And that is the Demilich. It's a fragment of the lich's malevolent life force, just enough so that that it can assume a sort of wraith-like form if anything comes near it, but otherwise it has no real awareness beyond that until something comes near it, and then it is aware. It has an intelligence of 20, but around that it's sort of in a constant slumber, and that's what liches hate. They want to preserve their life as they are living constantly. That's why they try to remain in lichdom. However, the other way is on purpose. A Serarak was famous for doing that. They consider it the next step in a dark evolution. They abandon their bodies and leave just their minds and achieve true immortality that way.
You had me when you said I had to come near it to get its attention. So smash. Also, look at it. It's cool.
It is cool.
I assume it gives good head game.
I would spend like if it was the one if it was one that fucked up, like not preserving its life and did it by accident, I'd spend far too much time telling it to get good scrub that I can't take it seriously. I can't. I'm passing on that one.
Like dragons, these do have regional effects as well. They don't extend for miles like dragons do. It only really affects the same tomb that they are in. The first time a non-evil creature enters their tomb, they just straight up take 3d10 necrotic damage. Just fuck you. Good for keeping nuisance calls away. But, you know, if you're there in the tomb with it and it likes you, it'll stop you from being charmed or frightened.
If it likes you.
Presumably it likes you if you're smashing.
Yeah.
So,
I'm too busy dunking on it for being terrible.
Never heard of hate fucking.
It stops you from being charmed. What you're saying is it's bad at flirting.
Oh yeah, it's terrible at flirting. It's not been on the dating scene for hundreds of years. It's going to be atrocious.
But I'm also terrible at dating, so I don't care.
Okay, so how are you feeling about this one, Nick?
I'm a pass on this. I'm not 100% sure its head game is going to be great, to be honest. I don't think it's got a tongue. I think it's just teeth and bones. I think we're having the same problem with the Death Knight. Only this doesn't even have, like,
The
what that mouth do, not much.
other parts. Yeah, no, I'm a pass on this. I don't think it's going to do it for me. The next one is going to be a deep insight into Gary Gygax's mind.
Oh no.
And what he thinks is sexy. And again, is also a sojourn into Gary Gygax's guide to racism.
Oh, no.
But coming out the other side this time, we go to the Deva. This is a child of a god, I believe. I need to double check. There were two very similar ones. One's the child of a god and one isn't. These ones are not children of gods. They are divine messengers. These are your Hermes sort of thing, but only, you know, not a god. Do you get a vague, like, about the face, do you get a vague, like, Brandon Roofs sort of thing going on here?
I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see it, yeah.
I'm distracted by the hair. What is happening?
I know. What is going on with that hair?
This really feels less like an actual person and more like how horrible right-wing people see themselves.
These are angels. They act out the will of the gods with tireless devotion. Slay evil creatures without remorse.
Yeah, no, I'm out. Fuck that.
Yep.
Bring back the
Gross.
devils and the demons.
It can take any form. The monster manual specifically said it is a beautiful humanoid-like creature with silvery skin. Its hair and eyes gleam with an unearthly luster, and large feathery wings unfurl from its shoulder blades.
I feel like it's going to snitch on me and tell things to his god, and then I get smited.
Oh, absolutely, that will happen.
Big
Nah, fuck
narc
that.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, extremely big knock energy.
Huge. I'm going to disagree with all three of you. I'm sorry. Like,
I'm sorry,
that's fine.
Nick, but ACAB includes the Deva.
I'm sorry. I'm being asked here, would I fuck a supermodel? And the answer is yes. I don't need the pillow talk. I don't need, like, let's just meet up somewhere, go crazy, and never see each other ever again.
Fair enough.
You're all wrong.
No, you're allowed to be. I'm very shallow. You're allowed to be shallow sometimes too.
Yeah.
Nick stands alone on the wrong hill.
I think I'm going to be agreeing with most people, possibly except Iris on the next one, though. This is a Harkness test failure, but it's a classic monster. We're looking at the Displacer Beast. The biggest cat.
So many legs.
Yeah, I was like, how many legs are there?
That's correct. Well, actually, that's not correct. And there's a reason that's not correct. They do have 6 legs,
Okay.
but they appear to be in multiple places at once. That's the displacement that you're seeing.
Okay.
It's Nightcrawler.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not vibing on those tails.
they are from the Feywild.
This thing fails the Harkness test, so I have to look at its more monstrous qualities to determine if it's a smash or pass for me. I am rather enjoying those like bat-like facial features.
Yeah.
It is uncomfortably toned in its muscles, though. This thing needs some soft tissue in its body.
It is a consummate hunter. It absolutely loves hunting. It's gotten all these muscles from running around chasing things down and killing and eating them. They are shoot on sight with blink dogs, which we've previously mentioned, which were a surprise Harkness test pass.
Oh, yeah.
They made their way into the Feywild and just started breeding uncontrollably, so the Fey hunters started training blink dogs to hunt them.
I'm going to go a no because I'm just looking at the goddamn tentacles, just being like, that looks deeply uncomfortable.
I think I have to pass here. Like,
wow.
It looks very close to like a Nargacuga from Monster Hunter, but like it has like a lot of the worst qualities of the Nargacuga.
That's fair.
No fluff to it.
I'm a pass as well because I'm not a cat person.
That's fair.
I mean, I don't mind them. Like, I don't hate cat. I'm not a cat person.
That's the only reason.
That's fine. You're allowed to be wrong.
Oh, this next one I'm excited about because this one is the one the monster manual itself was horny for. The very first two words are proud, sensuous. Instead of standing up for these things, I'm just going to read the monster manual description word for word. They're so fucking horny for it. We go to the Djinn. Oh my god. What?
Wizard of the Coast didn't print a female Djinn because they knew I would masturbate to her.
Is he wrong?
No, I was just taken by surprise.
I absolutely would. Let me just read word for word the first paragraph of the monster manual stats block for the Djinn. Proud, sensuous genies from the elemental plane of air. The Djinn are attractive, tall, well-muscled humanoids with blue skin and dark eyes. They dress in airy, shimmering silks, designed as much for comfort as to flaunt their musculature. Like, calm down, monster manual.
Okay.
Let the monster manual talk.
The question the monster manual, and by extension Nick, is asking us is, would we sleep with Robin Williams?
Sure, why not?
So it's smash across the board, right? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, obviously. I was on board before this.
Everyone loves a funny guy. Oh, you hit pass. You were on board before this.
Oh shit! Sorry, I was.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I was too busy thinking about his sensuous, hairy body.
Yeah, that's fair. These are masters of the wind. They are the only ones that don't enslave people.
Excellent.
They are actually accepting servitors. They believe that servitude is a matter of fate and that no one can contest the hand of fate. They're amenable to it, though they'd never enjoy it. Oh no, never mind. They've got their own slaves. But they do treat them like servants deserving of kindness and protection, and they part with them reluctantly. Whoops.
Slightly improved.
So that part with them reluctantly means if they were very insistent, he would let them go.
Yeah, it's more like they don't sell them and trade them around and that sort of thing, I think is what the paragraph means. The previous one we saw, the Drow, would treat people as commodities. This is a person who's a member of my family and has grown up with me, but is admittedly not free to leave on their own free will. Like, you know, most families.
I don't love it.
No, it's tricky. This is a one-night stand. I don't want to get into something I can't back out of.
It isn't a permanent arrangement.
It would still be a smash, but they have to sing Friend Like Me for me.
Yeah. Every day I'm going to send a tweet to Jeremy Crawford to say that the new monster manual needs to also have a female version of the Djinn in because I need that image. All right.
Okay, but if you get the whole server together, we can really get his attention.
Oh, yeah.
Christ.
But here's the thing. Then you're risking Jeremy Crawford accidentally stumbling upon this video and learning why.
That's fine.
We have, what's the word I'm looking for?
No shame.
I've seen his love of disastrous looking fish, man. I don't think there's anything I could be ashamed of when it comes to Jeremy Crawford. The monster manual is horny for just fucked up fishmen. This is our problematic fave. This is the one I was talking about earlier. This is the Doppelganger. Their whole thing is changing shape. You know, the interesting thing about Doppelgangers is they're often spies and ambushes and that sort of thing in media. But in the actual stat block on this, they're mostly hedonistic swindlers. They're con artists who love drinking and all that.
Yeah, the only doppelganger I encountered was a huge pain in the ass, but I did get a dragon friend out of it, so leading towards smash.
They will kill people.
What wouldn't in this goddamn list? Let's be fair.
They're often like...
Wouldn't we all kill
Smash
once
well.
or twice?
Yeah, they often...
Well, the murder in the D&D campaign is, you know, this is nothing abnormal.
I think that's fair. They're often projected, though, as sort of a psychopathic mass murderer. They'll find like a nobleman or something like that, kill them. Other doppelgangers from their group will kill the other members of the family. And they'll just take on the identities of those rich people until they've drained their bank account.
I can get behind that.
Is that worse than a vampire, for example? I don't think so.
No, the murder is more about the doppelganging, not the actual murder.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's more identity theft. It's fine.
Yeah.
Honestly, the can read my mind thing, that means it knows that I would be down for it to copy me and for us to, you know.
It would know that the moment it saw you.
Yep.
As presumably that's the first thought on your mind.
I mean,
I'll be honest, if anybody could ever read my mind, the first thing they would hear is, God, I wish I could clone myself.
So I could fuck myself.
Exactly.
There is a second form of doppelganger-like creature called a changeling. They're not in this book. We'll see them later. I am also a smash. Can be any shape I want. Absolutely.
Goggles, how about you?
I think I already hit Smash. Did I already hit Smash?
I didn't quit it.
I think this one's one you're going to like. I think everyone's going to like it in general, just conceptually. But I think you're going to be a fan, Iris. It's a dragon. It's the Dragonturtle. Come on. This is a massive underwater dragon. It is actually a dragon, even though it doesn't look much like one. It is genuinely a dragon. It can breathe underwater and it has a steam breath.
This is a dragon that looks like it could help cause another Evergiven. I am in.
Oh, it could totally Evergiven you.
That's it. I don't need anything else. I'm in.
I'm just thinking Bowser.
It is Bowser. Yeah.
Yeah. Seems like an easy sell.
Yeah, done.
I mean, who would not smash Bowser?
I'm good.
People
Thank
who
you.
are wrong.
I'm going to say if there's somebody who would not smash Bowser, they are wrong.
I'm not into it. I'm into the Dragonturtle. I'm not into Bowser.
Bowser.
He's large, he's assertive, he's a good father. What more do you want?
I would pound the Dragussi Tertussi, but I'm going to pass on the what I think is a problematic dependent relationship that Bowser appears to have with Princess Peach.
Fair enough.
But this isn't Super Mario Smash or Pass.
When are we
That
doing
comes
that?
later. We get
Yay!
Dry Bones. Smash!
Oh shit, we gotta pick him back up.
Well, he gets back up automatically every time. It's fine.
Yeah, but then you have this sort of long delay every time. It feels that takes a while. Anyway,
Everyone's got a refractory period, Goggles.
You could
once every 5 seconds or
you
whatever
could
it is.
destroy that man in the bedroom. Absolutely destroy that man and have him come back for more.
We have gone disastrously off rails.
I'm sorry, but look at the Dragonturtle page. Into shipping. How dare you? I just noticed that. How dare you?
Perfect.
The next one, it's a demon. Now, we've had good luck with the demons. Like the devils, we've had bad luck with. We've only had like one hot devil, the Cambion.
And we had like 2.
I think you all didn't like the bearded devil, which was the other potentially hot one. And it turns out the Arcanoloth was a secret third thing, a Yugoloth, which is neither a devil nor a demon. And I have put a correction into the video.
Excellent.
So this is a demon. So, you know, high hopes because we've had quite a lot of hot demons. Bad luck, everyone. It's the Dretch.
It's a pass because it makes me giggle too much.
It's a pass because I see the word self-loathing and in perpetual discontent. I'm like, no, that's what's taken by me. I can't have something else
but
for that.
too weak for most tasks. I'm sorry, there's only room for one pillow princess, and that is me.
We're just
Yeah,
like, no.
I have never seen a harder roast than the 1 paragraph long monster manual description for the Dretch. It is nothing but bad. Dretches are among the weakest of demons, repulsive, self-loathing creatures doomed to spend eternity in a state of perpetual discontent. Their low intelligence makes Dretches unsuitable for anything but the simplest tasks. However, what they lack in potential, they make up for in sheer malice. Dretches mill about in mobs, voicing their displeasure as an unsettling din of hoots, snarls, and grunts. That's it. That's all the monster manual has to say about these disasters.
Jeez.
How did the monster manual get my biography?
Why are they taking records of what I do in the morning?
No, I get it. Dretches are the people you find on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was so tempted to make a Twitter joke, but I ended up making a self-defacing joke instead. Self-defacing.
You can deface yourself also.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna graffiti myself.
Defaced.
I should add the Who Farted thing. They have a fetid cloud that they can cast. It's a 10-foot radius of disgusting green gas.
This really has just been me in the morning, right?
This is just like the worst person. This is like that guy who turns up at anime conventions and hasn't showered in 8 weeks and wants to debate the people who tell him to leave and go take a shower or to use deodorant.
Yeah.
Well, actually, in the year 2034,
Exactly.
you'll find that deodorant has been replaced with an aerosol, but it also destroyed the universe.
If you're watching this on Twitch or YouTube and don't believe in using deodorant, I'm sorry, this video is about you.
Yeah,
Fucking
don't
use
rub
deodorant.
hummus in your armpits. Don't do it. Just use your fucking deodorant.
Yep.
Please.
I'm a pass on this. Like, what the fuck is going on? Its face appears to be melting. What is that all about?
And the pube situation is upsetting.
Yeah, what appears to be like just a bulge where the dick or the drussy would be. But
Did you have to say drussy?
yeah, it's the Dretch. It's the drussy.
There's a merkin on that Drissy.
Yeah, but like it's just this massive mound.
It's unwashed down there.
Oh,
No.
yeah. Really put
No.
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 I'm not
No.
finishing
Say
that
it.
sentence.
Say it. Do it.
Really putting the mound in pubic mound.
Ah!
Worth
I
it.
hate it.
Let's move
hate it.
swiftly on to the Drider. Oh, baby. I mean,
Jesus Christ,
go for
Nick.
the
I'm looking at the
spider.
text again.
am I wrong?
Yes.
I'm a pass for this. I don't like spiders at all.
But like Quelaag from Dark Souls.
These are actually Drow who go to a place called the Demon Web Pits, and there they take a test of faith and strength. If you pass, you rise higher in the Spider Queen's favor. If you fail, you are transformed into a Drider, an outcast from Drow civilization.
Huh.
Only the goddess Loth can turn a Drow into a Drider.
See, I'm not anti-spider. I'm just feeling no lust whatsoever in this particular configuration. I think I might just have to pass.
You'd prefer it the other way around if it was just like human bottom half, spider top half.
Yeah, if you don't have 8 eyes, I don't want to fuck you. Get me with those mandibles. Are they mandibles?
Dark Souls has gotten too much into my brain. This is a pass for me.
That's fair.
You've hit smash.
Sorry, smash.
Oh, okay.
Now, I've got 2 separate thoughts in my head. One is this is a improvement on what Shadows of Mordor, the second one, where they decided to have
No.
Femme Shelob.
Oh, no.
Shelob must turn into a woman because you can't want to fuck a spider. This is an improvement-ish.
They turned her into a woman and they gave her a motherly relationship with the main character.
Why?
Is it stupid, sexy Shelob?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God, no.
You know what? Fuck it, smash. Why not? I would.
Wow. Okay, so it's 50-50 between the spider fuckers and normal. No, I can't say that. I can't say that me and KatBat are normal. That's not right.
The face is the scariest part of the spider. So like this spider centaur situation, spider tar, I can work with this.
I just think
Spider.
spiders are neat.
I fundamentally disagree.
That's fine.
We're back on Gary Gygax's Guide to Racism.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Shocking. That never happens.
It's the Drow.
Yay. Oh, it fucking enslaves people again.
Oh, you know it. They're all about it. The Drow are Dark Elves. They were originally known as Dark Elves, and they were renamed so that presumably someone could take out a trademark on them. But I don't know. Wizards of the Coast don't appear to actually have a trademark on them, so I don't know why it was changed.
That's even funnier.
Yeah, like if you're going to do a Games Workshop, do it properly and trademark it. They're a matriarchy. They enslave a lot of people. They worship the dark goddess Lolth. It's not really out of choice. All of the elven gods kind of abandoned the dark elves, except for Lolth. So it's kind of the only one they can worship.
I do want to bring out there in lore, there are multiple communities of Drow who, although they are still matriarchies, they have abandoned Loth as their god.
Yeah, but as written in the Monster Manual, that's not the case.
And the enslaved people thing is very much tied to the Loth Drow.
It should also be noted that the principal D&D protagonist is a Drow and is good aligned. It's just that the Monster Manual is not written that way.
One of the few canonical transgender D&D characters is a Drow, and you can find him in the Waterdeep book.
That's true. I don't know if this predates the Forgotten Realms, but I'm going to say this is definitely some peak Forgotten Realms nonsense, given how horny it is. And there's nothing hornier than the Forgotten Realms. The Forgotten Realms has been calmed down in the last 10 years or so. But Jesus Christ.
In the end, this is just a dude.
It is just a dude.
It is just a dude who maybe owns slaves.
Yeah, that's the bit where I'm just like, no.
I mean, yeah, but like not all of them. Like just the ones that follow Loth. If I find one that isn't a part of that, I'm definitely willing.
That's fair.
That's fair. I'm going to smash because I have no standards.
I mean, I respect it. It's a matriarchy, but there are too many other problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. I'm just like, this doesn't feel like an ethical smash.
Oh, and yeah, and the matriarchy is constantly stabbing each other, literally, with poison bladed knives.
That's a lot. I can't be doing with that.
Yeah.
And have a catty
I do want to bring up one important thing, and that is in the bedroom, the females are always on the dominant side. Always.
I'm changing it to a smash. Wait, no, I was already a smash.
I'm just saying, if you like a dominant woman with a strap, this is the smash to go for.
I mean, I do, but also slavery.
Yep, slavery, cutthroat politics.
That's just nah. I'm not for that.
Yeah, what is, like you said, the horniest manual? Because they're like, well, you know what? We need you to know how they mate. Just in case you're wondering.
This isn't even the sex-based expansion, the 3rd edition.
There's an entire book around sex and sexuality, including a very infamous chart about what races in the game are able to breed with each other.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was a different time.
It sure was.
Yeah, no. No.
They sat down and were like, you know what? We need to make a chart to make sure that you know that if you're being horny in your imaginary world, only these things go together. Fuck off.
Yeah.
The chart is just for reproduction purposes.
Yeah, it's imaginary. It's not real. Put it together. See what happens.
They didn't need to reproduce the chart.
I hate it.
Looks like Minecraft or a Minesweeper.
No, this is a Pokemon typing chart.
Minecraft. We're going back to Steve.
It's our Christian Minecraft server.
Next one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm big into this one. Right. Y'all may not agree, but I don't know. This hits me on every level. The Dryad. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Immediate yes.
Mm-hmm.
The vegan agenda. Jesus Christ. Smash.
This is most likely a smash for me, but Nick, I'm going to need you to sell this one to me.
Okay. They're fucking hot.
So are most.
Yeah, okay, that works.
What do they have going for them besides their look?
They're more likely to be into you. Often, Dryads are actually created from lesser Fae spirits by powerful Fae. They're bound to trees. The biggest reason that's done is as a punishment when the Fae spirit falls in love with a mortal. So almost all Dryads have fallen in love with a mortal. That's why they're here. So already, you know, they're not like, I only fuck dragons. They're like, we'll consider the human. They are not stuck with the tree, though. The tree gives them power, actually. They can just roam around as they like, and they are immortal as long as the tree survives. They'll watch you from the trees, just like I do.
So what you're saying is, depending on what tree they come from, they could potentially grow fruit. After you're done in bed, you can have a light snack.
Let's go to a snack. Hell yeah.
They're snacked in more than one ways.
There are not male Dryads. They are one of the very few gendered monsters. They are feminine only.
I'm okay with that, but I just think it's rude.
I don't know why. The Lord doesn't need it. Most, or I would say 99% of the monster manual is not gendered, but this one weirdly is. But I will say, while there are no male Dryads, some of them probably do come in men. So they'll give you a post-coital snack.
I can't hit smash more times.
They can cast Goodberry. So, you know, you smash and then, would you like a grape?
Would you like a grape for your trying time?
They just feed you grapes afterwards.
Valid.
But like really good fucking grapes.
Yeah,
like one of those will provide you enough food for 24 hours. Like these are fucking Lembas grapes.
As opposed to all the shit grapes.
Well, how many times have you eaten one grape and gone, that's me for 24 hours. I don't need to eat another thing.
Rarely to never.
I am a bottomless pit.
Yeah, me too.
Bottomless pit crew.
I'm absolutely a smash for this. Like,
yeah, hands
good
down.
Lord.
Easily.
Nothing but net.
I'll hit it again.
Someone was told, I need you to draw a beautiful woodland spirit. And they went, she's walking down the catwalk. For some reason, not like a face peeking out from behind a tree. It's no, she's walking down the catwalk at like London Fashion Week.
Yeah, London Fashion Week, deep into this forest. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
It's incredible. I love it. They went all out on this art. This is way better than Cyclops. We're on to the last one, I think, at least in this segment of Gary Gygax's Guide to Racism.
Oh, gosh.
Yay.
Everyone enjoy. It's the Duergar.
Starting to think D&D might be racist.
Just starting to think that D&D might be a little bit racist. The Duergar are the Dark Dwarves. They're actually known as the Grey Dwarves. They are tyrannical. They live in the Underdark as well. They love their slaves. Well, they don't love their slaves. They have lots of them.
They're a big fan of slavery.
Fun fact, I don't know what gender this dwarf is, canonically.
Excellent.
All Duergar are bald, regardless. It just happens. So, who knows?
I would say probably male, given the length and thickness of the beard, female dwarves have like very silky and shorter beards.
That might not apply to the Duergar, though. They're slightly different. You see, they were once dwarves, but they have had contact with mind flayers. They found them deep in the earth, and they were held in captivity for generations by the Illithid. So they have a very similar origin story to the Gith, actually. Slavery forever changed them, darkening their spirits to make the Duergar as evil as the tyrants they had escaped. They are dour, pessimistic, and untrusting, always toiling and complaining, with no memory of what it means to be happy or proud.
I did not anticipate that I would get to a point where I'd be going, well, maybe if we just ignore the slavery. I'm realizing how much slavery there is in D&D, and it's kind of hard to do smash and pass with
so much slavery,
restrictions.
It seems to be big in this particular segment. The C to E block is big on it. Like A and B was okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
If we could omit the slavery, this would be a smash for me, but we can't just omit the slavery.
No.
It's the slavery and the no memory of what happiness is like. Like, no, I need to be able to deal with someone who's like at least a little bit cheery.
No memory of what happiness is like. I don't need to date a redditor.
This line, by the way, I think is a pretty great line to insult someone. Their craftsmanship and accomplishments endure, yet they are bereft of warmth or artistry.
Damn.
Like, damn.
Yeah, no, that's...
They're so nihilist, even their art has no merit to it.
Yeah, damn.
That's not a deal breaker for me. That was just like everything from 2000 to 2010.
It was all games when they put the brown filter on.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, have you seen like modern websites and modern apps and how they look? It's basically that.
Yeah.
Wait, does that mean the Duergar are using freaking AI shit?
Oh, God.
There's no joy in that.
Oh, the Duergar would use generative AI, absolutely.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Out.
They can double in size. They can enlarge themselves.
So they're a grower, not a shower?
They are growers, not showers. But their size actually becomes large. They're medium normally, so their size becomes large, so they can be up to like 10 foot tall.
I'm not going to say it.
They can also magically turn invisible.
Just turned into Marge Simpson over here. Hang on. Horrendous. It's so much worse when it's Marge saying it.
So this is a pass from everybody?
I think so. I mean, well, no, I'm sorry. It's a smash from me.
God damn it, you smash a crypto, bro.
Anything that's just a dude. I mean, I can put a bag over their mouth. It's fine.
Over their mouth.
Yeah, I have no standards. I would. I'm sorry.
God, I'm learning so much.
Low.
I'm learning so much.
So note to self, Nick probably owns a ball gag.
How do we feel about goofy little guys?
We do like
I do love them.
We like a goofy little guy. We're about to see one of my favoriteest goofy little guys who's ever goofed, okay?
I mean, I do love Goofy, and he is the only Kingdom Hearts character who has canonically had sex.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, goofy fucks.
Yeah, yep. Goofy fucks. Let's take a look at this goofy little guy. The Duodrone. This is a Modron. And amazing. Look at this. I gotta say, there's something a bit odd about the art. It kind of looks like an AI made it. But this monster manual predates AI. So that's not the case. It's just like the lines look a little weird up here around the mouth. I don't know. Something about that looks AI, but it's not. This is the official monster manual art from 2012.
It just looks a little bit haunted.
It's Photoshop smart blur filter is all that is.
That's it. Yeah. There's an Instagram filter on this. This is a goofy little guy. They're weird. So Modrons are from the plane of order and law, but not like laws. Mechanicus, the plane of computers and robotics, basically. Their god is called Primus. And basically, there's a rigid hierarchy whereby each tier down, you create 4 more. So Primus has 4 underlings. They have 4 each. 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 All the way down to the Modron, or the Monodrone, which is the lowest level. So the Duodrone is 1 level above the Monodrone, who we will see later and is also a goofy little boy. They're goofy fucks. They truly are the goofiest goofs who have ever goofed. They're a bit stubborn, though.
I love it, but I don't think I'd fuck it.
No?
Yeah, no.
They can't be compelled to act in a manner contrary to its nature or its instruction. But there are occasionally rogue Modrons. They can become defective either through natural decay or exposure to chaos. They'll just do whatever they want.
I mean, if I wouldn't fuck the Detroit Become Human androids, I'm not fucking this thing.
Wow.
That's
wow.
valid too.
I think you'll
Jeez.
change your mind for the monodrone because the monodrone is
we'll see.
Oh no, it's beautiful. Whereas Iris, you're going to prefer the higher tier modrons, which look more like eldritch abominations.
I think I'm going to have to smash here.
Yeah, it's a goofy guy, you know?
I'm just saying, mechanical beings have an inherent advantage of they are customizable.
Also, it says
Yeah.
multitaskers. That's explicitly on the stat block. The blocky Duodrone supervise units of monodrones and can perform up to 2 tasks at a time.
But sometimes you just want someone to focus.
Yeah, and also, I'm sorry, I look at this thing and I'm just like, there is a non-zero chance that if you spoke, you'd sound exactly like Claptrap. This thing gives me Claptrap energy.
There's Claptrap too. I get Sheldon.
I
want
to go down?
I expect them to sound like Ben Shapiro.
Oh,
Nope.
I
I think my organs just went nope.
I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Am I wrong?
You're right, and I hate it.
She's so dry and it's on purpose.
On that last point, every 289 years, every single modron leaves Mechanicus and just travels the entire outer planes and then returns.
Huh.
Many of them die in the process.
Oh, that's good.
No one really knows why.
Sometimes you just want to walk into the woods and not come back.
Yeah, and that is valid. I respect that.
But it happens every 289 years, like clockwork.
You know, it's kind of like how very occasionally Australian prime ministers will walk into the ocean.
And not come back.
Fine.
Every 289 years, an Australian prime minister walks into the ocean.
And then a swimming pool is named after him.
We got 1 smash, 2 passes. I'm a smash for this. This mechanical Steve Urkel can do whatever he wants to my penis.
Okay,
Can
you know how like in old cartoons like Edna and Eddie, whenever there's like violence off screen, it'd be just like a bunch of random mechanical and honking noises, and occasionally
Yes.
I feel like that's what it would sound like when you were, you know, smashing.
Absolutely. Yeah.
No.
Thank you for joining us in our titillating journey through the Monster Manual. If you liked what you saw, don't forget to hit like and let me know in the comments down below which monster you find most irresistible. And hey, if you want to see us crack through more hot stuff like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, shame on all of you and, most importantly, shame on me.